All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started here. Next problem in this case, guys, is example C. And I have in this case, guys, the equation of x over 100 is equal to 4 over 5. Once again, in this case, guys, the top numbers here are called numerators, right? Let me label that here, right? I probably should have shown it from the beginning, right? But these two are numerators, right? Whenever we're working with fractions, top number is numerator, and a bottom number is denominator. So when it comes to solving for proportions in this case, guys, there's two methods, but one of them is the one that I'm showing you now, where we use cross multiplication. I'm gonna go ahead and multiply the numerator of the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction, and I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that with the denominator of the first fraction by the numerator of the second. So we cross multiply, right? This x to 5 and then 4 to 100. So let's go ahead and show that. I have x times 5 is equal to 100 times a 4. All right. Now, from there in this case, guys, once again, x times 5 is going to give me a 5x, right? Correct order is coefficient first, then variable. And then we all know what 100 times 4 is. It's going to give us 400 here, 400. I mentioned once again, operation in this case, guys, it's happening here and it's happening here is multiplication. That is the operation, right? This here is multiply, right? Let me go ahead and do that there. That is multiply. And this here is also multiply, right? It's the same thing, right? We don't see the dot of multiplication, right? We don't see this here, but we know that that's multiplication. And we also know in this case, guys, that the inverse of multiplication is division. So if I want to go ahead and get rid of the 5, I need to divide both sides by a 5 and divide both sides by a 5. Because it's an equation, guys, we have to create a balance, and dividing by 5 creates that balance. We also know in this case, 5 divided by 5 is a 1. And now I actually have my calculator. So just to check, 5 divided by 5 becomes a 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 400 divided by 5, which gives me 80. So x in this case, guys, is equal to 80. X is equal to 80. In terms of steps, let's go ahead and start off with the first one. We did cross multiplication, cross multiply. And then step 2 is divide. Right, we're going to go ahead and divide by the coefficient in front of the variable, which is 5. Divide by 5. Right. Next example, guys. D. Example D. All right. For example D in this case, guys, once again, same idea. I'm going to go ahead and do some cross multiplication here. Cross multiplication and cross multiply. This is going to become x times 4 is equal to 16 times 3. X times 4 gives us a 4x. 16 times 3 is going to give us 48. Once again, this here operation that's happening there is multiplication. Inverse of multiplication is division. So let's go ahead and divide both sides by a 4 to create a balance. And x in this case would actually be equal to a 12. To a 12.